Now we move on to our next news. Jordan's army is airdropping humanitarian aid to Gaza, aiming to alleviate the hunger crisis in the enclave. The aid reportedly includes food and baby milk bound for Gazans more than 22 months into Israel's military offensive in Gaza. Residents have been grappling with a worsening hunger crisis. This comes amid Israel prepares to relocate the Gazans. Israel has said that Gaza residents will be provided with tents and other shelter equipment starting today. This comes days after Israel said it intended to launch a new offensive to seize control of northern Gaza City, the enclave's largest urban center, in a plan that raised international alarm over the fate of the demolished strip, home to about 2.2 million people. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu last Sunday said that before launching the offensive, the civilian population will be evacuated to what he described as safe zones from Gaza City, which he called Hamas's last stronghold. Now for this discussion, we are joined by Mark Sutherland. He's a geopolitical commentator, joins us live from London. Thank you, Mark, for joining us today. Good to see you.
And you.
Now, what's your analysis about what's going on in Israel and between Israel and Gaza, in Gaza? Do you think things are becoming better?
Well, since the attack of the 7th of October 2023, as you are fully aware, as the world is fully aware, if they're actually paying attention properly to what's going on, Hamas has been using the civilian population of Gaza as human shields, even though many of them, they voted for Hamas and they are behind Hamas and have celebrated that. So let's just put that on the table. The number one thing here for the IDF to continue their operations, as they've always shouted about, is that the Gazans need to be removed, inverted commas, the civilian population. Why they have not gone into Egypt, why have they not gone into Jordan, is because of historical reasons that always go back to an ideology of being very, very concerned about the Muslim Brotherhood ideology. That is there. We've also recently covered the fact that internationally there is the aid that has been out there ready to go in, and then there's been the UN pressure to then stop the Gazan Humanitarian Fund, and also very recently in negotiations we understand that Hamas were even discussing that, to say that they cannot provide the humanitarian aid anymore because we want that to go back to the UN. And the reason why they want that to go back to the UN is that they have made millions and millions of pounds of that, taking the UN trucks. I think something like either 28% of the UN trucks, they either get through to the Gazans, they then take that food, they then sell it back to them, which finances their war effort. For the IDF to go in, who have taken a considerable amount of effort to clear the Gazan population out of their way at terrible risk at times to their own troops, they need them out the way to go into Gaza City, to, as you alluded to in your report, to then get rid of the last bastion of control in regard to Hamas. And there has also been the concern, the understanding that that is where a number of hostages, maybe even hostage bodies, that we're looking at 20 alive hostage still, that maybe in Gaza City itself. Asima.
Thank you, Mark, for sharing that insight with us. Please stay with us as we stay in the region now. The Israeli military